thought I'd do a little garden video because I haven't had any conversation today, so put a couple of strawberry plants in. I snapped that one. I've got a habit of snapping them, like plants in general. So I've put a couple of these in on these here, and about to flower. That's cool. You see this? I think I've said this before. This bit, this time, it accidentally snapped off that bush, and I just poked the stick into the ground, and it grew. So that was interesting. Might try it again this year. Oh, cats shitting in that bed. Mucky bastards. I love them, but once they've gone, I'm never having any more. These are growing since I've moved them, which is good. I've just put a load of beans in. I experimented about a month ago and chucked some runner beans in, runner bean plants. And I didn't really think they'd survive, but I didn't really care at that point because I got so many plants. And all but one have died, which was kind of expected. And I think this one's going to die soon too, but I've chucked a load of more seeds in. So all these poles are now seeded up for the bead tunnel. This elder's been going mental, and I need to stake it, I think. But it's been growing loads of extra bits at the bottom that were bigger than this, so I've cut them off. But they were really quite thick. I've put a climbing nasturtium here to see if it'll survive. All of this was wrapped up, and I can't be asked, so I'm just leaving that one to help protect the plants against the prevailing wind coming towards them that whistles up through the side of the house. Oh, I've got to put the purse. Squeaky purse. I've got to put those sages in somewhere else. I really don't know what this plant is. I'm wondering if it's some sort of nightshade. I don't know what it is. Does anyone know what it is? Oh, the little hollyhocks survived. I think they're hollyhocks. I honestly can't remember at this stage. And this looks a real mess, I know that. I had to cover it up because to stop the cats from going in there. And so in here, there's just lots of flowers. And I just put a load of seeds down. I mixed up a load of my own seeds, wildflowers, put them down. I put some Canterbury bells in there, that's clumps, Canterbury bells. I've got some lemon balms there that are really struggling, so I'm going to separate them out. They're not going to go here. I might experiment. I might put a couple here back in the grass line, and then some up the shady end of the garden. And I've also put in some purple sprouting broccoli, another climbing nasturtium. I put in some tiny little broccoli things because they needed to come out of the container they were in, and I've got loads still in the polytunnel potted up, and I'm planting some out here. I cut the grass because I wanted to get a couple more inches of bed, so I've put them in here, and I will plant more out potentially. There's another one because they started bending. And there's another one in there. And I've planted 3 more behind me, and I've done that so the butterflies can have them. And then once all this has grown up more and I don't need to protect it from the cats, this tunnel is going to go out the front. And my brassicas will go under there. Does anybody know what that plant is? Because I don't. In the night I cover it up with the plastic just to keep my little seedlings warm. I've put a load of bush bean seeds in where the yellow markers are, and I'm going to... my little broad bean plants. Aww. That one's like, I'm not quite given up. I'm still going. That's not going to make it. we'll snap it off. Snap that off there. And hopefully that little shoot will take off. Come on out of the way, bird. But yeah, they're not looking very well because I put them out really early. Because I like experimenting, and if things don't grow or they don't survive, then I just plant more. Keeps me busy, keeps me occupied, and it makes me happy. So I did also look at my broccolis from last year that were destroyed, the flowering now. And these brassicas are going mental. Oh, see, there's a little purple broccoli there. One there, one there. And then I've put some Canterbury bells and stuff under here. My belly's rumbling. Look at these, they've gone mental in the last few days. Again, they were totally destroyed by the caterpillars last year, so I'm amazed they've come back. I'm just leaving them because it gives a bit of colour, doesn't it? These are doing really well. I wanted to move them. I think it's a bit much sun for them here, but these are definitely delphiniums. They're not parsley. But talking of parsley, bought some more parsley from the supermarket. Chucked it in. I have planted the first onion. Look at that little one. I like planting the onions for the flowers and the pollinators. They really like them. But look at this. This was one of the onions from last year. And it's growing back. My belly is rumbling like mental, I don't know if you can hear it. But it's growing back stronger and bigger than it was last year, which is unexpected. Might have 4 flowers off that this year. Another onion there, and another onion there. But it's annoying, the birds keep coming in and destroying everything. I'm going to take up some of these today, some of the forget-me-nots, and move them to other places. Oops, is she okay? A tiny little delphinium there. My spud patch. I was excited today to see my potatoes popping up through the hay, and I know there's a risk of frost that could kill them off, but they're doing well right by the wall. I made a mistake. I put some garlic in here. Ow, my knee. That hurt. But yeah, I made a mistake and put some garlic in here, and it's growing. And then after I realised it was growing, I read something somewhere that said don't plant garlic with potatoes. But well, never mind. I've never been a massive fan of rules, she says. But yeah, look, they're coming. So with regards to I've kept them covered with this plastic sheeting. But what I'm going to do tonight, because obviously I don't want the plastic sitting on them, so what I'm going to do today is use my old Sunranger frame to keep the plastic, so I can put the plastic over that, so it'll to keep it off. It's a bit yellow, isn't it? It needs a bit more light. So that's nice. And I'm pleased to see my elders getting really barky and woody. As you can see, I've got lovely nails at the moment. Kind of nails that people would be jealous of, I know. And then I put some more bush beans down in here. Oh, and these where these markers are, the little pink bush beans. Because I'm just mixing my veggies and my flowers up. I haven't really done much here apart from giving it a good drink. But these were the strawberries that came from Thompson and Morgan last year, and they were in such a bad state that they didn't produce at all. And I bought like 70 odd letters. So I bought so many plugs from Thompson and Morgan, and they were brown basically when they came. So I'll never buy anything from them again. There were also deliveries that I didn't get. A couple more bush beans, another little one down there. All of this Christmas tree stuff, all these Christmas tree branches I had on top of the straw, the hay, over the potatoes. I did the same thing last year to keep the cats off my patch, and the potatoes did really well. Some people say that needles make the soil more acidic. My research has told me that it doesn't. Whatever, it doesn't matter, does it? Because they were fine last year. Sorry. Put another little bush bean. It's been the day of the bloody petrol machinery today. Look, see the birds. That was in there, but the birds have destroyed it. And then the birds have been going into my tunnel, so I've put this up to stop the birds and that to stop the cats. Ooh, they've grown. I swear they look. Those are my spinach beets, and they look bigger than they did this morning. The hollyhocks that were here have died, vanished. That didn't go too well. What's this? Oh, that's little basil. The basil things. These are cos lettuces, and again here spinach beet. They're growing so much. And then scented night stock back there. Oh, this couple. See, I put these beans in here because they needed to come out of their pots, and these are taking off a bit now, so they'll go out. Oopsie, they'll go outside in a week or so, a week or two, at some point soon. Anyway, I gave everything a good drenching in here earlier just to help, because it was really hot really early. So. Oh, my higgledy-piggledy netting. I couldn't find my jute string the other day, so I had to use that. It goes down there because I'm going to potentially do like a horizontal frame in here for things. No, we don't have cats in here because you tread on things and you crap on things. Go on. So, I have to do some more hollyhock sowing. Oh, they've suddenly perked up. That's good. Those are onions. The onions that flowered last year, they went to seed. I collected the seed and then I sowed some of them. And I just totally neglected them. But they were floppy this morning and I gave them a good drink, and now look at them. And there's some more here which look really... Oh, look at them. Poor things. But some of the soil's going a bit green. New little tomatoes appearing, because I didn't think any of these tomatoes were going to survive. And I know they're tiny compared to some people's tomatoes, but like I said before, they're buried. I planted them at a depth about that much. I've got long fingers, so basically that length of their stem is buried so that more roots can come off it. But yeah, not doing massively well. So I sowed some more seeds. I must put those spring onions in the ground too, because I want, and those little elders, because I want them to flower. And these really need to go somewhere. Again, these can go up to like 3.5 meters. I might put a couple of these out today to see how they do. This is their name, I can't say it. And look, I've got some sweet peas hatching. I'm always crap with sweet peas. These have really grown. I think they're cucumbers, no courgettes. Yeah, they're doing really well. Like, these are still alive. It's a bit yellow. It's my broccoli. A couple of tomato plants I was donated. That one's not doing too well. That one's showing off a little bit and doing well. That's taken off back there, hasn't it? I've planted some stuff right at the back that will flower in the hope it attracts pollinators in, mainly. I can train them along the bars and stuff, so that can go around that bar and basically run the length of the tunnel and hopefully attract some pollinators in. I've lost a couple of corns. I'm going to have to move them, they're not happy here. And I need to plant some more. My little Banty corns down there. More night stock, and then lots of little babies. I was going to put these out. I might take these out actually and put them in that little flower bed today in a minute see. Should have a quick look out the front. I was pleased to see some bees in here on my blueberry flowers the other day. I need to give everyone a drink. The parsley's had it, but then it's probably the wrong soil for it now, so I'll dig some of it up and put it in the garden, I think. And the strobes, they need a drink. And the mint at the back has come up again, which is good. And I've put this to stop the cats from going in there, because they keep crapping in there. So not a lot. Oh, the birds have been at the beds again. I had planted a load of bush beans around here. The birds kept doing that with the soil, so I assume that they're not going to come out. But I've also scattered 1,000 flower seeds down here, and I might just chuck some. Oh God, look at the state of that elder. That needs a drink, doesn't it? Wow. Oh, it's dry as. I'll get out here now and give it. Well, it's not actually that dry. Perhaps I overwatered it. Whatever I've done, it's not a happy elder, is it? I love the birds and I want to encourage more of them in. And when the cats are gone, I want to try and make some friends with the birds, but they're annoying at the minute. I've taken that tunnel. The little tunnel that's over the flower bed at the back was here, and it will go back here, and this is where my brassicas are going to go. And I'm going to get my son to dig those down and in for me. So they've all survived. The sage looks happy. Other things maybe not so much. In here as well. So I just put that down there. I watered it all and just put that down there just to help keep it a bit moist, and again to stop cats from crapping in there mainly. I might take that board out, you know, to be honest, because I could use it on that side there. It will stop the birds scattering it away with a path. This little elder looking a bit pale. Oh, that doesn't feel too good there. What's happened to that? I'll come cut that off in a minute. And that little thing there's growing. It's a weed to some, isn't it? But it's pretty to me. So next, I've got to turn that into a bed across there. But there you go. Not terribly exciting. Not many flowers yet. But oh look, I so want to save these. Ooh, I so want to save these, but I don't know if it's gonna work. Needs a drink out here as well, doesn't it? Well, actually that's not too bad under the mulch. I'll cover that up a bit now because it's grown. So there you go.